the discussion with Ryder Scott was involving the planning development code.
It's plan development, PD,
Mm-hmm.
which makes, to some extent, it makes some adjustments for a developer where the developer does not have to go before the Board of Adjustment. If a developer needs a variance, he goes to the Board of Adjustments. The Board of Adjustment can only ask them certain questions by law.
Okay.
Their questions are pretty well spelled out, and the situation on this, they would be turned down immediately.
Okay.
So,
Now, what led to the bickering, I guess?
well, the statement was made that a planned development is spot zoning. Everything that I ever learned in any of the classes, when I've talked to other attorneys, they say it's not spot zoning. It is called floating zones. It means basically they are allowed just about anywhere in the city, especially in commercial zoned areas.
Mm-hmm.
Ryder had made the statement that the spot zoning was, that the planned development was spot zoning, and I made a statement, no it wasn't. And he jumped right up and said, do you want to rewrite this code or what? And I said, well, it's not. And I wasn't given a chance to explain or anything. So that's kind of what that happened on that.
Okay. And how long after that did Ken Hawkins say something to you in front of everybody during that meeting?
He confronted me at the very end of the meeting, and he told me that I should never confront a staff member in public like that, like I did Ryder.
Did he say that you were wrong in doing
He did not say it. He implied it, in my opinion.
it? Okay.
I just,
Now, as your job as the P&Z secretary, it's your job to know those ordinances, so in case a confusing situation comes up like this, you're there to confirm for anybody who's there, including the city attorney.
yes, that is right. And I had printouts of our ordinance for the plan development for anybody there at the meeting to let them know that, in my opinion, as P&Z secretary, or as in the building department, it's not against the ordinance. They were told, the Trinity Christian was told that that the council just wants to get away from planned development. And I personally don't understand how they can when that ordinance is in our books.
Okay. I believe it was Ken Hawkins that had a meeting with Candy Tuesday evening, or later in the day Tuesday.
That's what I heard.
And then today on Wednesday was the day that you got word of termination. Tell me how the day planned out when you got in to work this morning.
First thing that happened is Candy called another person and myself into her office and shut the door and just told us that after her meeting with Ken yesterday, that we were the two that were to be terminated or laid off because of budget constraints.
Did you believe that when she said that?
What, that he wanted us cut?
Mm-hmm.
I was in shock, quite honestly. I was in total shock. Because I don't understand, first of all, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back by any means, but I don't see how he expects people who know absolutely nothing about what I do to take my place. He's taking 3 other people, not even, or 2 out of the 3, not even related to my position at all, and asking them to step in.
Do you feel like this is a personal attack or result after what happened Monday night?
I feel like it could be. I don't, I'm not going to say anything definite on that.
And has Ken Hawkins contacted you at all, thanked you for your service or anything?
No.
Anything like that?
No, he has not.
What's the next step? You have to train the folks that will be taking over your duties?
I have a week and a half to train them. I've been doing this for 7.5 years. It's very hard to train people to do the planning and zoning portion of it, and how to be a secretary for them, because none of them have already done it. Secretary for the Board of Adjustments, which means doing the agendas, taking the minutes, typing out the minutes, putting together the packets for each committee. I'm the building department director. I do the 911 addressing. I do code enforcement. And I guess he's going to expect them to do all of that except maybe the code enforcement.
What's next? Are you gonna live out this next week and a half, or are you gonna just close out with vacation days just to get away from all of what's happened within the last few hours, or what's?
I'm going to stay. I don't feel like it's fair to the city for me just to walk out and not leave people trained to some extent. It's my duty, my obligation. That's the type of person I am. I work hard at my job. I'd go over and beyond trying to make things right. I do that because it's my job. I do that because a lot of females are that way. I'll put it that way.
What are your hopes that he'll recant? Are you hopeful that he'll have a second thought?
I definitely hope he does. I love my job. This is the only job I've ever had where I absolutely could stay the rest of my life. I love the job. I love the people there. I love working with the people. Like I said, I've done this for 7.5 years. If I didn't like doing it, I wouldn't have gotten back into it when I came to the whole park.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but what are the chances of that happening? Of a recanted statement from Ken Hawkins reinstating you in that
It
position?
probably won't happen.
Okay. All right. That'll do it.